Hi, it's Paul F. Tompkins. I'm joining Scott Aukerman, Lauren Lapkus, and Neil Campbell on the road for the Comedy Bang Bang Live Tour, a whirlwind 28 performances in 22 days. Is that true? Didn't get your tickets? That's okay. We're bringing you every single performance right here on How Premium. All of them, the 28 performances in 22 days. That seems like a lot. Check back May 1st for our first live show in Los Angeles, the first of many, many, many shows. And throughout the month for shows in Tarrytown, Toronto, Boston, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Durham, North Carolina, Atlanta, New York City, Dallas, Austin, Minneapolis, Chicago. What? So many. Detroit, Denver, Oakland, Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver. See you on the road and in hell when I'm dead. Welcome. Welcome. I welcome all of you. Welcome to this. Welcome. You know what? I'm going to welcome you to things that aren't this, too. I want to welcome you to the DMV. Would it kill? Listen, I feel like I've gone down this road before in some other way. But you know how they have greeters at Walmart? Do we need them there? Here's where we need people to present a smiling elderly face. The Department of Motor Vehicles. If you just walked in there, and there was like some old person in a vest who said, "Hi, come on in. What are you doing? Are you looking to renew a license or get one for the very first time? Well, I don't want to presume. You look quite young for your age. Congratulations. I am at the end of my life." Well, they shouldn't be doing that. Keep it light, old people. Everyone's bummed out to be at the DMV in the first place. They don't need to be hearing about how you're the last stage of the riddle of the Sphinx. Why did the Sphinx ask riddles? What was the point of that? Isn't it enough that you're a weird person head lion body thing? Oh, I also ask riddles. Oh, for a second, I thought you were just boring. I thought you were just a plain old person-headed lion body thing. And I was like, seen it. What else you got? Oh, riddles? You've got my attention, Sphinx. No wonder they went extinct. They were tedious. Ancient Egyptian people, when they would see like a statue of the Sphinx, and they would see like a hieroglyph of a bird head man, did they think that was real? Like, did they think, oh man, I hope I never meet one of these dudes. Those bird heads? Do they ask riddles? Does anyone know? What's their thing? Maybe they tell a lot of jokes, a lot of puns. Do you think Batman ripped off ancient Egypt? That's where all the villains came from? Like, what else? Listen, got a great idea. This guy is a master criminal. He does a lot of riddles. Why does that sound familiar? I think I told you about it before. Oh, right. Okay, Bob Kane. Right? I don't know. I think so. Bob Kane is the guy who's credited as creating Batman. But then there's a lot of people, I think, who want to say he was a phony. The real guy was this guy. And I almost want to say the real guy, his name is Bill Finger. Now look, that sounds made up. But I know it's a real person, and I think it's the person that is secretly credited with creating Batman. Why is everybody mad at Bob Kane? Oh, why would I ask that question on a recording? Please don't tell me. I don't want to know. I tell you what, this one, if I'm really interested, I'll look it up on my own. You guys are relieved of your burden. Whew, that was a close one. Ladies and gentlemen, Welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest to have a free-form conversation with me inspired by a question from our previous episode's guest. Then later, some improviser friends join me to create a narrative improv that's one continuous story, incorporating some of the details from the chat. Sometimes not. There's usually some details in there. Sometimes too much. When it's too much, here's what I've done. I've just transcribed the conversation that I had with a special guest, and then we act it out. We pretend like it's new. I don't have a lot of time, guys. Left on Earth, welcome to the DMV. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest this episode, you will know and love her from the great NBC situational comedy, Parks and Recreation. And she is also an hilarious stand-up comedian. Please say hello to Retta. Retta, hello!
Hello!
Thank you for being here.
The quiet applause. I can see it. That's all that matters.
It's nice, right? The little silent applause in the dark.
Yeah, I feel like we're about to have prayers.
Maybe we are.
This is not what it's like at my mom's house before
Everything.
Saturday night prayers.
Before Saturday night
We do
prayers.
Saturday night prayers, and we go to church on Sunday.
What does Saturday night prayers mean?
We gather as a family.
Right.
And everyone does a Bible verse. Uh-huh. And then my mom reads from the Bible, and then we do a prayer. We do the prayer, and then we do the Our Father.
Does she assign the scripture readings to everyone, or does everyone come up with their own?
No, everyone comes up with their own scripture that they say, but she picks the verse that she reads.
Sure.
It's pretty quick.
Has it ever happened where two people pick the same passage from scripture?
Well, yes, when we were little, because my brother and I, everybody wants to do the shortest one, which is Jesus wept.
Wow.
So, yeah, we'd always be like, where we're sitting in the, where we're sitting in, we go in order. So if you're first, you get to say Jesus wept. And you're like, oh, I gotta think of that one. Yeah.
And then for the rest, like frantically paging through the Bible?
No, you do it by memory. I mean, you could do it from the, yeah, but we usually go by memory. That's why we always wanted to do the short ones.
Do you still have a very, a somewhat encyclopedic knowledge of scripture, of chapter and verse?
No, I don't even remember what's from where. I just know Jesus wept is the shortest one.
Right.
God is love might be the second shortest one.
Coming in at number 2.
But I remember the one that I used to say that I knew, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, for whosoever believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. But we used to say it so fast and so rote that I don't even know what I just said. I just know that's what I said.
If I'm not much mistaken, that is the classic John 3:16.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look under your In-N-Out cups, everybody. Retta, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Who was your last guest?
Let me say this. Yeah, let me say this. You are free to interpret this question however you wish. This was a question that was very specific to last week, and I don't think this person was maybe thinking that this question would be asked of another person.
Right.
Retta, my question to you submitted by our previous episode's guest. And did you say you were curious to know who the guest was? Uh-huh. Well, then I would direct you and the listener to the Spontaneation archives on howl.fm. Hours of listening pleasure await you. Retta, my question to you is this. Why is the suit purple like this pen?
Why is the suit purple? Because he's a pimp.
There we go.
I don't know.
I think it's almost like her old friend the Sphinx has asked a question.
Exactly.
Have you ever met a pimp?
I don't think so.
Have you ever met someone who called themselves a pimp?
But yeah, like every other black guy in high school and college. Oh, pimp, yo. I just got hip to the whole. I don't know if I just thought hookers were imaginary, but I remember the first time, like legit, like no, I mean not on, like on the street. I knew that there were people that were on the street. I've seen documentaries.
Sure.
However, I never I remember the first time I was out at a bar and someone was like, "Oh, she's a hooker," and I was like, "Fuck you! She's not a hooker." Like, to me, I was like, "They're not real. They don't come in bars."
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, maybe they're not this bullshit bar. Like not the ghetto bars that I go to. But I remember the first time I realized, I was like, oh my God, that this person's a hooker. And then I started like being able to catch who they, like point them out at places. And this bartender at a hotel bar hit me to it. They're like, they tend to sit at the bar, they're by themselves, and they don't order alcohol. They only order Diet Coke, and it's cheap. Right. Then the John, or potential Johns, actually order the drinks for them. Because they're like, I'm not wasting precious dollars on a buzz I can get in 15 minutes.
Of course.
So I'm fascinated by them. And I don't know why. I mean, I knew they were real. I just never sat next to one at a bar. At least I didn't think I did.
I think that you expressed that perfectly, the idea, because I think I had the same feeling of, it was a thing that you knew of intellectually. Right. But you couldn't really conceive of it. And then the first time I encountered someone, it was the same thing where it's like, those are hookers over there. It's like, what? No, like, you don't know that.
I'm like, she's so clean. But you know what? This is part of why I didn't think this particular person was one, because she had a terrible wig on. And I was like, it was seriously, it was like doll hair. It was like that straw blonde. And I was like, it looked like a Halloween costume. Like, she was a lazy, I don't know what she was doing. So when they said it, and I'd seen her at the bar before, a lot. And
in different wigs?
No, the same ratty one.
That was her work wig.
Yes. And I'm like, does she fuck in that wig? Because it's so bad. And I'm like, you need to brush it or something. But I was like, no. And she wasn't like, I don't know why I think hookers are supposed to be so interesting and fabulous. But I was like, she doesn't seem interesting. She doesn't seem fun. Like, she sits at the bar and she's so boring. And then I would notice that she would talk to guys and a personality would come out. And then they'd usually go and sit elsewhere. Like, they go sit on the front. The bar that I went to had a porch. And then they'd go to the porch and then she would leave with and I started noticing, and I was like, damn, she is a legit hooker. And I've been fascinated. And I'm dying to see what she looks like without that wig. I don't know if she only wears the wig, so that she works at Starbucks during the week, so you can't see her. You don't know who she is, but I'm fascinated by it.
And was your idea of hookers formed by movies and TV?
Yeah, I presume so. I mean, you saw like the ones that would just like scream shit at cars on the street.
Right.
Or
your Hey Baby Wanna Dates.
Or it was like the high-end escort who, wore expensive clothes and always got her nails done. And, and kept it classy.
What is it about them that is so fascinating to you? Is it the idea that what they're doing is so far out of your own experience or something you would ever do?
Well, yes, I think I would ever do. I like to believe that I wouldn't have to turn to
We all like to believe that. We'd all like to believe that.
I know. I mean, I thought about phone sex job for when I first moved to LA, but
did you really?
Only because a friend of mine did it.
Right.
And she's like, you make good money, and I was like, really? And then I thought about how gross I think guys are who I do know, and I don't like talking, if they don't know you, they're going to be even worse. And then I was too scared to do it. I was like... Because
it's the two sides of the equation. On the one hand, it's like, yeah, all you do is this and you make so much money. But then, of course, there's this creep on the other end of the phone
that you have to listen to. You're going to soil my mind. Sorry, I couldn't do it. But with prostitution, I feel like, and I guess it has to do with your own ideas of sex and how intimacy for you. But... I'm like, how do you fuck a stranger? But that's not true because I've had sex with many a man I met at 1 a.m.
Sure.
That last drink and then out the door. However, at least I feel like, you have some kind of rapport. You get some kind of knowledge. I just can't see, I can't comprehend someone just walking up to you and you're like, yeah, let's go. And then you're going to see my bits. I don't know. It's weird. I'm just fascinated. But I'm also wondering what who is this person? What kind of mind? What kind of person? I get the desperation thing. I guess you can get desperate in anything and you just have to figure it out. But if it's people that I know from the bar, like, you know, that you're there regularly, I'm like, what's going on in their house that this is how you're paying rent?
And so the bar must have known that this woman was a hooker.
Yeah. I didn't know. I was the only one. I was clueless.
Do you think they must have had some arrangement with her? Because to allow her to do that.
No, I don't think so. I think it's the kind of thing, because the owner was almost never there. He came every once in a while, but he was a hot mess too. He was gross. So I know he slept with hookers. I don't know that he's gotten them from his bar, but I know, yeah, he's really gross. But the people, the people at the bar, and I was friends with all of them, they're just nice and they're not going to like kick them out. It wasn't a weird thing. It wasn't, because like I said, I didn't know it. I didn't get it. So it wasn't like a weird situation. Because even at hotel bars, they don't kick them out.
Oh yeah, there's a huge, gigantic, fancy hotel here in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills. And I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say the name. I don't know.
Who cares?
I don't know. Well,
I know they have it at the. What's that hotel? This is where one guy taught me about it. On Little Santa Monica. It's a nice hotel. Not the Renaissance. Peninsula. They have them there. But they're the ones that are like kind of classed up. And I'm like, you're a fucking liar. And they're like, trust me when I say.
Then I will tell you. It's the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills.
Someone said that to me too.
I've gone there for meetings and stuff. And somebody told me like, oh yeah, there's call girls that come here to the bar. And I'm like, oh really? And it's like, where are there any here now? I was like, no, but you'll know them when you see them. And then like cartoon call girls came in. Like, it's not even subtle. Like, oh, I assumed they would look like elegant ladies or whatever. It's like, no, they just look like hookers.
Really?
Yeah. They look like hookers from the movies. It's like, so there's no mistake. Hey, look, we're in Hollywood.
From like the Starsky and Hutch. Old school. They were like teasing their hair on the way in.
So I guess that if it can't hurt the hotel, because the hotel is not, as long as there's no money changing hands, the hotel isn't doing anything. Right.
Because you're allowed to go to the bar.
Yeah, and they're not doing it in the bar.
And I guess, there's got to be a secret language, that men who pick up hookers at bars or at hotel bars, there's some who cannot wait to go on a business meeting, business trip, because that's what they're getting.
It's so crazy to think that that's a real thing, that there's dudes who are like, yeah, here's the first order of business. Check into the hotel.
Let's bang out this merger.
That's right. Drop off my bags quickly.
And then let's bang out these hookers.
Quickly patronize a prostitute. Then we go to work.
Yeah. You know what I heard? Someone told me, and it's really messed up, that during the big sporting events, like the Super Bowl, that it's like bad, like the selling of girls. And like the girls that come in in the shipping containers, that kind of thing. It's like crazy around big sporting events. And so there's like people, because I did some charity event I hosted, and it was for empowering young girls. And that was one of the things that they talked about was how it's based on all these events, and we have to. Their thing was to talk to men who are involved with these sporting events to be more proactive about, people being aware. So it's not necessarily the athletes, because they can get shit for free, but it's the people who have money, who are coming in and getting these big boxes and whatever. Some of those men are into that sort of thing, and it's huge around sporting events.
Now, when you say some of those men, do you mean most or all of those men?
Some. A percentage of.
Well, I'm glad that we got to catch up about sex workers. And we wish all sex workers the best of luck.
Yes.
Very quickly, worst job you ever had?
Worst job. I guess I worked at, I'll say it's my worst. I worked at this place called Nichols, which was like, do you know Nichols? Are you from Nichols? It was a department store, but it was like a smaller version of a Walmart.
Okay.
And I was a cashier. I had to work but I knew I wasn't going to do fast food. You know, in high school, people work at McDonald's and stuff. And
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, I can't do that because I knew I would eat everything. So I was like, oh, I work at Nichols. So I worked at Nichols, but just for one summer. My dad made me do it. He's like, if you want school clothes, you're going to have to get a job. And I was like, well, I'm not going to school with old clothes. So I got a job. But then I had it from the summer up until Christmas. I didn't work after that.
Right.
And that was my junior year in high school.
Wow. Yeah. You got it out of the way. But you started stand-up when you were pretty young, right?
No, I started stand-up after I'd graduated college.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
At 26.
And you had plenty of school clothes. And you always will. You always will. Retta, where can people find you online if they wish to?
On Twitter, I am at unforrettable. UNFORETTABLE. Every time I say BLE, I want to say W.
And your name, your name is capitalized in the middle, right?
Yes, tis. So I'm on Instagram and Twitter as Unforrettable.
There you go, guys. And is there anything you would like to promote? This will be heard in the far future. We are so far ahead, Retta, and I'm very sorry to do this. And every time I do this to the guests, they say, I don't know what my life is going to be that far ahead. But just on the off chance that you got something that you know is coming up, April 25th. This is April 25th.
I think that is when, that'll be just after the finale of the show that I'm doing called Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. So go back and catch the first season on Netflix.
There we go. Guys, you know what to do. Retta, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Folks, we're going to take a break. During the break, I will secure a location, a suggestion of a location for our improv from Retta. And when we return, you will meet our improvisers. All this and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns. Mother's Day is May 8th. I know! It sneaks up on you every single year because you have that memory disease. But look, you've still got enough time to order mom, your mom, not my mom. Leave my mom out of this. I'll take care of my mother. Don't worry about it. Also, she passed away many years ago. Why did you bring this up? My point is, you've still got enough time to order your mom the best flowers of her life. From Books.com. Books.com? A Liverpudlian library service? No. Bouquets, like short for bouquets of flowers. I don't know if there are bouquets of other things. Bouquet of Slim Jims. Not as nice. Bouquets flowers are, to coin a phrase, gorgeous. Listen, Bouquets flowers are grown at eco-friendly farms on the side of a volcano. Yeah, you didn't see that coming. A volcano! That means the blooms are larger, the colors are more vibrant, it's a better soil, and there's more sun at a lofty 10,000 feet in the air, not below the ground. It's the visible part of the volcano that we can see. It's not the base, which is... Order from Books.com today, because if you wait until the last second, you get second-rate flowers. This is what we've learned from the movie Glengarry Glen Ross. Remember the scene? Alec Baldwin comes in and he says, wait till the last second, you get second-rate flowers, and he tells everyone to go home and buy steak knives. Your mom knows second-rate flowers when she's seen them. You think, your mom? Okay, she's your mom, so she's seen flowers before, not just as a mom, but as a wife, a girlfriend, a fiance, a daughter. She's seen her share of flowers. They're the ones that come from a massive online outlet. That's what those second-rate flowers are. Or the limp ones snuggled next to the green onions at the grocery store. That drives me crazy when they do that, because then your flowers smell like onions. And it makes mom cry for two reasons. Gorgeous flowers from the Bouquets really do say, thanks, Mom, for all you do, for all you've done, for all you will do for all you will have done. Covers every base. Now, how much, okay, I understand you're a bottom line person. You're saying, what does all this gorgeousness cost? Not much is the answer. That's my pithy little answer to you. And I'm understating it because wait till you hear how this breaks down. Bouquets prices start at a mere $40. Now look, flowers, they're expensive. Good flowers? Did you not know this? I'm here to tell you they are. But with Bouquets, the prices start at $40, no upcharges, no extra fees. Even delivery is absolutely free when you register with the Bouquets. Listeners of Spontanea Nation will save 20% off the bouquet of his or her choice. Just go to Bouquets.com and enter promo code PFT. That's BOUQS. How often do you get to put a Q in there? This is fun. BOUQS.com, promo code PFT. Bouquets.com, promo code PFT. Take care of your mother for once for taking care of you. Whoa! That ad was like a roller coaster ride. I wonder if it was an ad for roller coaster rides. Welcome back, people who never went anywhere. This show's still going on. And it still will, even if you turn this off, throw your phone in the toilet. You can't stop us. Okay, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Welcome back to Spontanea Nation. We had our chat with Retta. We got our location. We're all set to do the improv, except we need improvisers. I thought of everything, though. Sitting right next to me, this guy, he's mimicking my actions in a way. Welcome back to Spontanea Nation, Mark McConville.
Hello, Paul.
Hello to you.
Hey, I looked up who Bill Finger is. You're right.
Yeah,
you're
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He made up a bunch of Batman villains and then didn't get a lot of credit.
Okay, now.
Then he died, and then Bob Kane was like, "Oh, hey, that guy that died, he
was
worked
me."
on it. He worked. No, he gave him credit. Bill Finger, Bob Kane.
Bob Kane gave him credit?
After Bill Finger died.
After he died.
I think. I read Wikipedia for like 2 seconds while you're talking about it.
See, now, here's what happened. There are some people who listened to the monologue, and then they already tweeted at me the answer to these questions that I begged them not to tell me.
They don't wait for this?
They don't wait for this.
Yeah.
And now it's too late. So now, here's what you do. Go back, delete that tweet.
Please go delete it.
This is exciting. This is all happening in the future. Mark, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
I'm turning my attention away from you.
Cool.
Seated directly across from me. Welcome once again to Spontanea Nation, Colleen Smith. Yay. Yeah. Colleen?
Yes.
Little confession. Mm-hmm. I parked my car and I looked out my windshield and I saw you come into the parking lot.
I saw you sitting in your car and you were on the phone or something.
This is like the gift of the Magi. I was on the phone. I was talking to a person.
And I figured he's doing businesses. He's making deals.
And then I waited a little bit because I thought maybe I would see you come out of your car. Mm-hmm. And then I thought maybe she's doing deals and businesses. And I should just keep going. Then Mark said hello to me from his spot on the street.
I did. Then
I waited for him for a few seconds. Then I thought, I'm not going to hover over this guy. Maybe he's got stuff to do. And I ran away. But now here we all are in the same place.
We made it.
You guys both have black cars, and you might have the same model car.
I have a Prius C.
I have a Prius
Regular,
yeah.
What does the C mean?
Compact, I think. It is little.
Does that mean your Prius, Mark, is big, giant Prius?
I think it's just a regular size. Mine's a little older. A little long in the tooth. Do cars have teeth?
Sure they do.
Sure.
That's how they bite into all that gasoline. Chew it on up. Enough car talk, click and clack. Seated next to Colleen, therefore, kitty corner from me. She smiles when she thinks of a little kitty on a corner. Welcome back, Maria Blasucci.
Hi, everyone.
Maria, it feels like you haven't been here in such a long time.
I know.
You've been having adventures.
I've been having adventures. I was in Atlanta, and then I canceled on you. But in weeks in advance. I did not. It was not. I did not.
No last minute.
Not at all. I told you I would find someone myself.
Very generous offer.
So.
Who would you have found?
Oh, to be honest, I wouldn't have looked.
What? Whoa, but would you have said that you looked and you couldn't find anyone?
Yeah.
All right.
I would have said I scoured the improv world and I just can't. I'm so sorry.
Scoured. You don't feel like that's laying it on a little thick?
No,
Scoured the improv world?
No, I would have said, listen, I tried, and you know what? I'll cancel my trip.
But you wouldn't have done
No,
that.
not at all.
Now, when the trip was not canceled, what would have been the next step?
I would have said, oh my God, I have to go. Because it's serious.
Right.
And if
It's serious.
And if you ask me to stay, then that's on you.
Wow. This is like three-dimensional chess, Maria.
I think things.
I think thin.
I think thin.
And I eat those bars.
Those bars are good. No sugar.
I've lost so much weight. It's all I eat. Maria, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now look, guys, we got our location from Retta, and we're about ready to tell our story, but I think you ought to know. And forgive my Alanis Morissette-ing you. But to aid us in our storytelling, we use some sound effects. Not a lot. Take it easy. You're like, what? He's going to have that big metal sheet make thunder? No. Is he crunching up celery for some reason? No. Do you know that 99% of the sound effects you hear in movies, it's celery?
Yeah.
Mark knew.
I knew.
You watched that behind the scenes.
Sure.
Behind the scenes of movies. Remember that special?
Is that true?
It's true, Maria. 100%. You can scour the sound effects world for confirmation.
Why do you think celery is so expensive?
Here's what happens. Let's say we're doing a scene, and then we want to cut to something else that's happening at the exact same time, a meanwhile, if you will. You will hear this cut to sound effect. Whoosh, we're over there. Ta-da! Let's say someone's having a memory. We are learning how something came to be. We are moving backwards in time. You will hear this flashback sound effect. Down, down, down we go into the past. Let's say we want to return to the present day or go into the far future. You'll hear this flash forward sound effect. Up, up, up we go into the future. Future's up. Past is down. Everyone knows this. Hookers at the point. All right. Now it is time to reveal our location from Retta. Here we go. Our location provided to us by our guest Retta is Houston's Restaurant in Houston, Texas. We take you now to Houston's Restaurant in Houston, Texas. Hi there, party of two, please.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Just step this way.
Okay. Honey,
First
you wanna go
one's
first?
here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've never met anybody with a Southern accent before. It's very exciting.
Yes, well, you're from here in Houston, Texas?
That's right.
Oh my God, he said right weird.
Well, it's not weird, honey. I mean, it's not.
No, it's pretty weird.
It is weird.
It is weird.
You think it's weird?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My name's Brandon, and I'm going to be seating you.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank
All
you,
right, y'all
Brandon.
been to Houston's before?
We have not been to either Houston or Houston.
Houston.
Oh, you're from out of town.
Yes, we are. That's
Yes.
A business trip? You on honeymoon or something?
right. We're taking a honeymoon to Houston, Texas.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
Early
you.
risers, too. Normally, we don't get customers right here at noon when we open.
Well, we wanted to get a jump on the day and see everything.
Yeah, and we said, what's the best way to see the most of Houston? And it was like, we see a restaurant called Houston.
Gotta go there.
And we were like, this is, to kill two birds, right?
Well, I got a bit of bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
This restaurant's not a theme restaurant. It's just a fancy steakhouse.
Oh.
So there's not a lot of...
This is like that time we went to Ruth's Chris and no one's was named Ruth or Chris.
That's right.
Hi, welcome to Ruth Chris. Party of two?
Are you Ruth?
Oh, no, I'm Sandra.
Where's your Chris? Because it's like a possessive Ruth's Chris. So we wanted
Yeah.
to meet your Chris.
Chris the busboy?
Oh.
Oh.
His name is in the title of the
A bus
restaurant?
Did you need something?
Hi, are you Chris?
Yeah.
Are you Ruth's Chris?
No, I'm just Chris.
Well, where's Ruth's Chris?
This is a chain. This is, Ruth's Chris is not here.
Oh, this is like the time we went to the Olive Garden and it wasn't a garden.
Good evening. Table for two, I'm assuming? Or...
Yes, we like to sit in the garden.
Yes, please. It's our anniversary
Congratulations.
of dating.
Of dating. We're not married yet.
But I'm right. Yeah.
Well, I could seat you next to the window.
No.
No, we want to sit in
we
the
wanna
Olive
sit
Garden.
in the Olive Garden, yeah. In the actual Olive Garden.
Oh, I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding here. We don't... That's just the name of the restaurant. We're in a strip mall.
What?
Okay, I thought it was just a fun facade, and then we'd walk out into a magical garden of olives.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no. We just have booths, or we could get you a nice one in the corner.
No, that's quite all right. We have to go and review this experience on Yelp.
Yeah.
So there's nothing Houstonian
I
about
mean, you're
this?
in Houston.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah.
So there's that. I could tell you everything I know about Houston.
Please.
Okay.
Yes.
It's named after Sam Houston, a great Texan from our past. And we're in the state of Texas.
So you say the Sam Houston, he's no longer alive.
No, he passed a long time ago.
Oh, I see.
Probably in a war or something. And then, of course, you're just sitting here. We got a airport. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
And the ocean's nearby, but it's the Gulf of Mexico.
So is it the ocean or is it a gulf?
I suppose it's both and neither at the same time. Let me get y'all started with some drinks.
Sure. Hey, that sounded weird. It's both and neither at the same time?
Yeah, I don't understand. How can something be two things and then nothing all at once?
It's like a riddle.
Okay, then we'll figure it out, and then maybe I don't know. I mean, he didn't even ask. He said he was getting us drinks, and he didn't even ask us what drinks we wanted.
That's true.
This is some sort of challenge, I think.
Sam Houston, we got a problem on our hands.
What is it?
There's two people in here. They're asking all about Houston, even though this place isn't about Houston, Texas.
Well, what do we do?
That's why I came back here. I freaked out. I told them I'd go get them drinks. I didn't even ask them what they wanted.
Well, I don't know what to be mad at first.
Well, don't be mad at me. I do the best I can.
Your best isn't good enough, Brandon.
Sam, please.
Almost called you Richard, because you reminded me of your brother for a minute. God
don't
rest
you-
his soul.
Mr. Houston,
Yeah?
I need you to come quick. Richard's about to go.
You let him go. He knows what he did.
What? You just gonna let him die without talking to him?
He talked my ear off enough.
But this is his last moments on Earth.
Well, then tell him to say he's sorry.
I tell him, Mr. Houston. I don't know if he gonna comply. Richard,
Yeah,
I know you're not long for this world.
yeah, I'm slipping away.
Mr. Houston says he won't see you. He wants you to apologize.
What? Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, really? You are?
He know what he did.
No, Mr. Houston, he said he's sorry. I don't know if you heard him.
No, I didn't hear him.
Well, why don't you come close, talk to him? He's almost gone to his reward.
Mr. Houston, I would like to talk to you before I go to my reward.
What do you think he did? See,
I
he
ate
don't know.
croutons out of the...
No, that ain't it. We talked about that.
I drank somebody's leftover Sunday.
No, that ain't
I
it.
know it's not that
That
one either.
wasn't
I know
it.
for a fact because that was me.
Yeah.
I ate bread in the side station.
I'm going to tell you something. It's nothing to do with eating.
Okay.
That narrows it down.
I relabeled all the table numbers, different numbers, so the hostesses got confused.
I didn't know you did that.
Oh, then I apologize.
Thank you.
Well, but I more apologize to the hostesses for that.
What you did was you told me that you had a brother that needed a job,
That's a truth.
and you brought him on, and I took him under my wing, and then you made me feel bad that I liked him more than you. Does that make sense to you?
That makes 100% sense. And that is the greatest crime that I have perpetuated onto mankind.
Brandon, is the son I never had, and I am sorry that you were not the son I never had. But Brandon is.
I guess I'll just be my father's son then, instead of your son that you never had.
You go die in peace now.
Okay.
You seem like you got a little bit more wind in you.
Here.
Richard. Oh, he's gone. Mr. Houston,
Yeah.
in a way, you's all of our father.
No, nope.
Well, I mean, you's like a
Just
father.
Brandon.
You's like, I mean, you know, spiritually, you's a father.
Carl,
of Houston,
just
Texas.
Brandon.
Why can't you accept this?
Because I'm Mr. Houston.
But don't you understand the fact that you's over, you's almost 200 years old? Like, that's a big deal.
I ain't 200. I don't look a day over 15.
That's true, and it's weird. You're the hero of, I don't know, some war.
The Houston War.
The Houston War of Attrition.
I did my dues, and then I opened this restaurant.
You did your dues all right, and then you opened Houston's restaurant.
That's right.
But everyone thinks you dead. They don't realize you're still alive back here.
Well, I live my life in the shadows, and I help young boys become men, and the ones that I like most, they become my sons.
Welcome to this week's episode of Unsolved Mysteries, the story of John Houston, or by the other first names he's known as Sam Houston, and also Thomas Houston, war hero or name-changing, polygamist, stake-owning bastard. Let's go to the Houstonian expert with us in the studio, sir.
Thank you. Now, of course, Sam Houston is the hero of the Battle of Houston, and the famous Houston War of Attrition, and he was thought to have died in that battle, but many say they feel as if he escaped and has changed his name several times, all the while looking merely 15 years old.
Much like Hitler in South America.
Who's that?
Hitler? Oh, that's... Let me bring my Hitler historian in.
Oh, what a terrible story. I hope that fellow's dead.
Yes, well, we all do. Now, I have a young lady here who said she was married to Sam Houston when he was going by the name Robbie Houston. Ma'am.
I was married to Robbie, yeah.
You said you've had 4 children with him.
I had 4 children with him, yeah. We were living in Mexico. He said that he had a business opportunity down there. We moved down there. We had 4 kids together. And, I mean, I don't know. He never aged. It was so weird. You know, I'm 75 now. And, you know, he's, to be honest, and I don't want to be, you know, I think he's a vampire.
Oh, I think you're a pederast.
Those drinks are taking a long time.
Here's your light beer, and here's your light wine. You gotta help me.
What's wrong? What's that? What's the matter? First of all, these are perfect orders. This is what we would have ordered.
Yes.
Yeah, he makes me wear this wig.
Who does?
It's Mr. Houston. And then he makes me tell you a bunch of dumb facts that ain't true about Houston.
Hold on a second. You're talking about Sam Houston, the hero of the Houston War of Attrition?
You know him?
Well, we know of him. We were reading this placemat.
No, he's still alive and he runs his. So I guess I'll just have an appetizer order in for y'all.
Yes, please.
Yes,
that sounds
please.
delicious
We'll take the
to us.
spinach dip.
Thank you. Perfect, honey.
Great choice. I'll be right back with that. Help me.
What are we doing?
Get me out of here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hi. Honey, what are we going to do?
I don't know. We're supposed to get the waiter out of here? There's no one else in the restaurant. It's broad daylight.
Yeah, do you think he has him under some sort of, like, a physical threat of violence? I mean, why can't he just walk out and leave the restaurant?
Wait a second. If Sam Houston is still alive, he would be so old.
Yes.
He must be immortal somehow.
Okay. What are the immortal things we know about?
Mummies.
Yes. Vampires.
Vampires.
Just immortals. Every once in a while, a show likes to throw something in and say they're immortal and not explain it.
Right. Then there's people like Ichabod Crane, who's like...
Who slept.
He slept for a while.
But he did age.
He did age.
Yes.
Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
Yes.
He was not a time traveler, but he was, I consider, quite old.
People who drink serums.
Yeah, serum people. Oh. Which is the most likely scenario for a hero of the War of Attrition? From Houston.
Yeah.
Town's named for him.
Yeah. Let's break down the word.
Yes.
Your hands are shaking, Brandon.
Oh, yeah, I didn't sleep so good.
You look pale as a ghost.
Yeah, everything's great though, so don't even worry. I got that two-topper right there. I gotta just take care of them.
Brandon, let me ask you something. Sit right here in the shadows with me.
Okay.
Why all of a sudden you scared?
My wig's tight.
Well, here, let Daddy fix it for you.
Okay.
There, good as new.
Oh no! What is happening? Will Brandon be okay? Why was he wearing a wig? We'll find out when Spontaneanation returns! Hello, it's me, Paul F. Tompkins, the host of the show you're currently listening to. I wanted to remind you, if you will be in Los Angeles, in the Los Angeles area, on Saturday, June 4th, why'n't you get some tickets to see Spontaneanation live at Largo at the Coronet? This is going to be a great show. The live shows are always a lot of fun. There's something about the improvisers being in front of an audience. It just makes us go crazy. We have a really good time. If you've listened to the live episodes of the show, you know that they're a lot of fun and how much fun it would be to see it in person. So much more than you can even imagine. It's fun to listen to, but it's even more fun to see. Come on out. Plus, there's moments that don't make it to the podcast that are just for the live audience for being nice enough to buy a ticket and show up. And these shows have been great. We got great guests, great improvisers. Our next show, we're going to have improvisers Naima Funk and Chris Tallman and a player to be named later. I'm working on it. And our interview guest will be the amazing Robin Hitchcock, legendary singer-songwriter. This is a guy that I've known from Largo from many years ago. We go way back. So those shows are always fun when it's people that I have some history with. This will be no exception. Guys, do come out to see these shows. If you're on the fence about it, go back and listen to a live episode, and you'll see that the thing to do is to come out and see the show. Also, there's a meet and greet after the show. Me and Eban are out there, the improvisers, sometimes the guest. And we have posters for sale. We'll sign stuff for you. And there's free stickers. So you can just stop by and say hello. You don't even have to buy anything additionally. Just come and say hello. Tickets are on sale at paulftompkins.com/live. Come see us. Come dancing the greatest kink song. All right, so if we break down the word Houston.
Yeah.
Hue.
Like the color.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay.
Hi, how are y'all doing tonight?
Oh, we're fine. Thank you.
And by tonight, I mean today. My head, I'm so sorry. I understand Brandon was taking care of you, but he's a little indisposed.
Oh, yes, he was going to bring us appetizers.
Yeah. Honey, he's out during the day, so he cannot by no means be a vampire.
That's a good point, honey.
What was that?
Nothing. I was just whispering to my husband so you wouldn't hear.
Your husband? Well, ain't that nice?
It is. This is our honeymoon.
It's new.
It's very new.
A honeymoon, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you two something. Do you Yelp?
Yeah, we have used Yelp on occasion. Yes, absolutely.
The Olive Garden really got a load from us.
Boy, did they. Did you see this review?
I helped some people last week who were very mad about the garden.
Yes, they mentioned you by name and described you physically to a perfect degree.
I just told them we don't have a garden.
You didn't tell... hold on a second. This says that you were a filthy liar who lured them in there under false pretenses.
They looked at a sign.
Mitchell,
What?
you're fired.
What?
Yes, we are familiar with Yelp, yes.
Well, I just want to remind you that if you give us 5 stars, you get a free dessert today. Now I'm going to head on back to the kitchen. Y'all have a good time, and I'll come back for your orders.
Thank you. We didn't catch your name.
The name?
Yes, your name.
Table.
Table?
Table.
Honey, she's listing things in the room.
I think he is listing things in the room.
Table.
Wait, does he look like a woman to you?
He looks like a young person, and you know how they can be androgynous
Yes,
looking.
like I would say we're like around 15 years old. Looks very androgynous.
Table steaks.
Table Steaks. Your name is Table Steaks?
Uh-huh.
Okay, table steaks.
Thank you, Table Steaks.
Thank you, table steaks. Okay, so we have hue, which means color.
Right.
Then we have s, which is snakes. And then
Right.
we have ton, which is weight.
So, color, snakes, weight.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, my name's Brandon. I had to duck out of the back of the kitchen. I'm in the sort of office where they do accounting.
What is your emergency? I'm sorry.
I've been held against my will and forced to work at a Houston's restaurant by Mr. Sam Houston, the hero of Houston's attrition war.
All right. I'm sorry, but is this another? We're getting another one of those prank calls
It
from
ain't a
Houston
prank.
again.
Hang up on him.
All right, I am sorry, but
I swear it ain't a prank.
Yeah.
I need your help. He killed my brother.
You kids today.
Denise!
What?
I called you into my office because I've been going through the transcripts of your 911 calls.
Yeah.
Much like the radio, we cannot have more than 2 seconds of dead air.
But it was a prank. I was trying to it was a power move. It was seeing if he'd hang up first.
What are the number 1 rules of 911? Fill. No dead air.
You don't understand. Week after week, I get calls from that Houston's restaurant saying there's some sort of weird thing going on there where Sam Houston, the war hero from the Houston War of Attrition.
I know who Sam Houston is. Don't remind me like I'm some sort of moron.
Well,
Send somebody to the goddamn restaurant.
I'm not gonna do that and prove I'm wrong.
You do it, or you're out of the 911 business, and I mean all around the country.
You can't do that.
Try me.
All right, so color, snakes, weight.
Yeah.
Color, snakes,
Color,
weight.
snakes, weight.
Color, snakes, weight. Color,
Color, snakes, weight.
Color, snakes, weight. Color, snakes, weight.
Color snakes white. Color snakes white.
Don't do this
Color
to me.
snakes white.
Stop it.
Color
Don't.
snakes white.
You can't.
Color
Stop
snakes
it.
white.
What are
Color
you-
snakes white.
I can't
Color
take
snakes
it.
white.
Color snakes weight.
Color snakes weight.
Color snakes weight. Color snakes weight. Color snake. Snake way. Snake way.
Do you think Sam Houston is really?
The ancient god Snake way?
Yes.
Oh, that would explain his immortality.
You have brought out a demon in me.
I didn't mean it.
Your brother Richard did it to me before,
Don't-
and you do it to me now.
Oh, don't kill me.
Asphyxia!
All right. Let's think back to everything we learned in Egyptology class where we first met and began our
fell in
relationship.
And in the great tomb of Tutankhamun, many items were found, like the staff and a jar of honey that's
Excuse
very,
me.
very old.
Is this
Ah,
you
la,
taken?
la, blah, blah, blah.
No, it's not.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
My name's Claudia.
What? That's weird. My name's Claude.
Oh my god.
Hey, this class is boring.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, maybe we'll need to know some of this information. In
What?
The future.
When would we ever? Oh.
No.
That's not good.
But they say your subconscious memory retains things.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So,
We know that there were things found in the tomb of Tutankhamun.
those things included a bunch of old cats,
Yeah.
gold, grain, of course.
Yeah.
Tons of grain.
Organs and jars.
Jorgans.
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 Jorgans. Jorgans.
Why does that sound familiar?
My Jorgans shall now take your mind from your head!
Oh, please, God, no!
My Jorgans have done it again! They've slain the son that betrayed me!
So I think Jorgans were these sort of mind-stealing jars of organs.
Yeah, that would make sense because you put an organ in a jar that has a head cat thing.
Right, and the mind is an organ inside a jar of the head.
Yes! Okay, so now I would assume maybe that's why he was wearing that weird wig.
He was trying to protect his organ jar.
Yes! That doesn't. I'm assuming it's not working based on the screaming I can hear coming from the kitchen.
Oh, I just thought that was like a fun thing, like a Fridays, or whatever, where they, like the staff is really enthusiastic. Mendocino Farms, where
Yeah.
people are like, hey, we're happy to see you, or like Benihana.
Or Gratitude Cafe, where they come up and they tell you that
That's
you should.
quieter though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more of a like they just give you a phrase you should be grateful for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, hello,
hello.
Mr. Table Stakes.
Hey, table stakes.
Oh, that's right, Mr. Table Stakes. I'm sorry to inform you, but Brandon, our server, has died.
That's terrible news.
It's terrible.
You also didn't have to tell us that he died. You could have just taken over for him or sent somebody else.
Well, here at Houston's, we're family.
And that includes us?
Well, I would like to think that maybe one day one of you could be like a son to me.
Well, I can't because I'm a woman.
Haven't you heard of Caitlyn Jenner?
But Caitlyn Jenner became a woman.
Yeah, that was the man who became a woman.
Silly me.
Hey, Table Stakes. Can we get a top up on these drinks?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but restaurant's closed.
What? It's 12:07. You just opened at noon.
I'm so sorry, but the restaurant's closed and you're not leaving.
Then maybe we shouldn't stand on ceremony and refer to you as what you really are.
Yeah.
Snake
way.
No, the demon!
Oh, look at it! Look out, honey!
Oh
Jorgans!
No!
no! No!
Come here, let me use my Jorgans on you!
What's the defense against Jorgans?
Oh, what is the defense against Jorgans? Police, we had a 911 emergency.
911, open the door.
Open up.
911's here.
Honey, the police are here. Help us!
Help, police!
We're trapped inside
Help!
Jorgans!
He's got Jorgans! He's got Jorgans!
I can't get the door.
Yeah, it's weirdly locked.
Can you open it from the inside?
No. We can.
Jorgans! Jorgans!
Sam Houston is blocking the way!
Sam Houston of the War of
Attrition? He can't be still alive. How could that be?
You're mine! I take your mind!
Honey! No. Are you alright? Is Sam Houston taking your mind with his Jorgans?
I don't know.
I don't know either. How do you know when it's happening? My wife!
Would you like your steak medium rare?
No,
Or rare?
Why are you talking like you work here at Houston's?
Because he does. This is my son.
You've made my wife into a son and also a Houston's employee.
I am the son he never had.
Wait a minute. Gotta think fast. How can I keep the Jorgans from taking my mind? I know. Guess what, Sam Houston?
What?
You can try to take my mind with your Jorgans. Go right ahead.
I already got the son.
Yeah, that's right, but you don't got me.
Who needs you?
You need me to not defeat you.
Why do you think you can defeat me?
Because my hair, it's a hair transplant.
Well, that's not even possible.
That's right. It's the most effective wig known to man.
That isn't possible. Now give me your head.
Why are you
Give
saying,
me your head.
Hey, why are you saying it isn't possible?
Well, I've never heard of it.
Well, it's a real thing.
Give me your mind.
No, you are out of touch.
Jorgens!
No.
Jorgens!
Yeah, it's not happening.
Why won't it come out?
Yeah, we look at that.
Move over, you guys. I can't see.
I don't want to break this door.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's a beautiful door.
Yeah, and then it's all that paperwork.
Yeah,
Very ornate.
made with Alamo wood.
Seems fine in there. I mean,
they're screaming, definitely. Somebody did call for help.
it's probably like one of those Benihanas where they get real excited. It's probably somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
Why else would anyone be here at noon?
Sounds like those kids pranked 911 again.
Oh, well, you guys want to go to somewhere else?
Yeah, let's go to Dallas's.
Okay. Or every day is like Dallas.
The TV show.
Honey,
You're still in there.
There's just a little bit of me left.
All right.
Fight, honey.
How do I'm preventing him from getting my mind with his Jorgens because of my hair transplant.
Honey, remember.
What?
Not everybody is, or not only Houston is a name that is a famous name. Remember, you're Claude. Claude Coanga.
That's right.
All right, here's the mop. Shouldn't spill water like that. I was in the kitchen getting the mop.
What? In the middle of our battle?
Well, you spilled a bunch of water.
Because you were having a fight to the death.
Well,
You're a supernatural creature. Why do you care about the water on the
because you
floor?
spilled water on the floor.
Honey, it's me again.
What?
Maybe it's like that movie Signs. I apologize to anyone who hasn't seen that yet.
That's right. Well, you shouldn't because that movie came out a long time ago and it's
the end of War of
overrated
the
at
Worlds
best.
anyway,
Hey!
too.
Yeah,
It is like
actually
it
ripped
is
off
like
Prayer for Owen Meany in a weird way.
okay.
it is like that. Believe me, I know. I'm Dan Antonio.
Dan Antonio,
Yeah,
the
founder
hero.
of San Antonio, Texas.
Dan Antonio, where'd you come from?
You some bitch.
You
I've been-
son of a bitch.
Water is Sam Houston's greatest weakness in this supernatural form.
Wait a minute. I'm going to spill some more water. Maybe we'll summon more great Texas heroes. Ugh.
Oh!
Howdy. My name's Mauston Tolston.
Hello, my name is John, Texas City.
Hi, I'm Natalie Maines from the Dixie Chicks.
Oh, that's a weird one.
My name's Tim Alamo.
Oh, heroes of Texas, please. You have to help me defeat Sam Houston and take my wife back.
What can we do?
I don't know. Don't you know this guy?
Of course we do.
Of course we do.
You all get out of my restaurant now.
It ends now, Sam Houston. Your time has come.
Yeah, shut up and sing.
Quick, dump water on him.
We're gonna make it weird.
No!
Eat water.
That's it. He's gone.
All I wanted,
Whoa. He's got words.
all I wanted was to serve steaks to my friends.
What? That's you murdered people.
All I wanted,
That's all you wanted?
was to serve steaks to my friends. I'm so scared.
You should be.
I'm so sorry.
Are you really? Or are you just saying that?
No, I am. I am.
Well, Sam Houston, I wish I could accept your apology. But you killed a lot of people, presumably. And that's not cool, man.
I hope one of y'all will take over my restaurant and do it right. Do it right.
Like run the restaurant and not kill people.
Do it right.
And maybe like cut the employees in for some of the profits. So it's like the company's run by the people
I
who
never
work
even
there.
thought of that.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
that company that I'm sorry, I'm back by the way.
Oh, honey. Oh, thank God.
Sweet and Low does that.
Yeah, and there's a grocery store that's freaking everybody out, right? It's employee owned and they
Publix.
profit
Publix.
share. Yeah, Publix.
Publix. Yeah.
Oops. I'm gonna go now.
Yes, you are, Sam Houston. You're gonna join us in the Gulf of Mexico. That's right. We all live at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. Where water's water and it's the ocean and a gulf, simultaneously both and none. That's right. You had the answer the whole time, you restaurant patrons.
Oh, they solved the
Water.
Yeah,
Water.
Water.
The answer to that riddle was water.
Water.
I guess we shouldn't have ordered or not ordered that light wine and light beer.
I guess we shouldn't have, and we never did, actually.
Yeah, we should have ordered water.
We should have ordered water. It all worked out in the end, though.
Yeah.
Honey, this was a pretty great honeymoon.
Yeah.
But next time, let's go to Houlihan's. Oh. And it all happened at a place called Houston's Restaurant in Houston, Texas. Mark McConville.
Yes.
Tell the people all the things.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Mark McConville.
That's right.
And I would like to use this opportunity
Unprecedented.
to try to get my wife into the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
That is right.
My wife does not want much in this world, but one of the things she wants to do is sit on a float and wave at people at Thanksgiving time. She'll wear a clown nose. She'll
do
dress
whatever it
up like
takes.
a vegetable. Whatever.
Mark's wife, Christina.
She really, really wants to do it. And I can't find anybody that knows anything about it other than you have to work at Macy's.
There has to be
and
someone.
nobody's doing that.
Look, how long do you have to work at Macy's?
I don't know. I want to get a job at Macy's.
Everyone on one of those floats is a Macy's employee?
This can't be the reality, but that's what the internet will tell you.
Okay.
Just don't think I haven't researched it.
Well, listen, we're putting the word out. Christina Rogers wants to be involved in the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's April now. We got all this time to work on
Let's do it. Reach out to me on Twitter at Mark McConville. Let's figure this motherfucker out.
Thank you, Mark. Colleen, you wanted to say something.
I did, because I know people who are in the Macy's Day Parade because they work for Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
So I could inquire, but you probably have to be a puppeteer who works on Sesame Street.
Yeah, see? There's problems.
Yeah.
Or you have to be Luis.
Yeah. So you could be one of the humans on Sesame Street.
That's right. She could quickly get a job on Sesame Street, beloved
see what we can do.
institution that's decades old.
Move to New York.
Colleen!
Yes!
Tell the people the things.
Okay. My Twitter is at Colleen Smee, COLLENSMI. I have a podcast called My First Time.
That's right.
You can follow it at My First Time Pod or visit our website, myfirsttimepodcast.net.
There you go.
This is coming out end of April.
Yes.
I will have just finished something. So
What is it?
that I pitched on the previous thing, this thing called The Knot.
Yes.
Which is about an astronaut in a post-apocalyptic women's prison.
How do you think that it went?
I think it went great.
And when and where can people see this?
Well, they will have just missed its live theater showing, but I did film a trailer for it, a very campy, fun trailer. So if you go to my website, colleensmee.com,
There we
you
go.
can see it, and it's really funny and silly.
Guys, she spelled it all out for you, so you got no one to blame but yourselves. Blasucci!
Hey guys.
Tell people stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm doing great. I got a Twitter and an Instagram. I don't know.
It is __ Blasucci.
That's right. M_BLASUCCI.
But the actual Twitter handle __ Blasucci is still
It's
available
so good.
if somebody wants that.
Yeah. So just, it's April. It's April. What's
It's the
going
end
on?
of April.
Well, I think my this movie I did should be coming out. Mascots, the new Christopher Guest movie.
There we go.
I think it's going to be on Netflix and in a theater near you, maybe.
It's on both Netflix and in the theaters?
I think what they do is they put it on Netflix and then they do it for like a week in the theater.
Oh, nice.
See how it does.
For Academy consideration.
Well, I don't want to.
Well, you can't fool me. I know the way these things work. Nice try, Blasucci.
And catch me in Neighbors 2, which should be coming out.
There we go. And our
soon.
friend Amanda Lund.
She is in it as well.
There we go. The
Yeah.
Swedish meatballs, they're back in
That's
action.
such a good name. Is that what the thing was?
Yeah. I think it was supposed to be Swedish meat gals,
What did
but
she
there were
type
two
it?
but there were two L's. So Swedish meat galls.
That was our Tumblr account when we
That's
were
right.
in Sweden.
It was pretty good.
Amanda, Swedish meat.
Amanda
balls.
talked about varnishing a deck till she lost her mind.
We had fun.
I know you did. You got to hold a bunny. Eban Schletter, EbanSchletter.com, Eban Schletter on Twitter. Seek out Eban's stuff and get it into yourself because Eban Schletter is only the best. Me? No, you shut up. Watch it. It's on TV Thursday nights at 10 on Fusion. It's on Hulu. It's on Fusion.net. It's on YouTube. It's on iTunes, Apple TV, I mean. You understand my confusion. Go find it and watch it. It's a hilarious show. Colleen's on it. Our friend Victor Yared, Drew Massey, Ted Michaels. It's a great group, you guys. Come on! SpontaneANation Live happens the first Saturday of every month at Largo at the Coronet. Please do come to those live shows because they're a lot of fun. Tickets are available at paulftompkins.com/live. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the show. I had to swallow a saliva bubble in my throat. Thank you to Engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever until next week. This is Paul F. Tompkins saying Semper in Presenti.
This Mother's Day, send Mom the best flowers of her life from Books.com. Books flowers grow on the side of a volcano. Seriously, a volcano. The blooms are larger and the colors are more vibrant. Prices start at just $40. No upcharges, no extra fees. Even delivery is absolutely free when you register with the Books. Save 20% at Books.com with promo code PFT.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Adam Sachs, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.